How y'all doing?
Good. Coach, how about you?
I'm good.
All ready? All set. Coach, open statement, and we'll start.
We was on the road in Florida. Did a good job of taking care of Florida teams this year. Big win for Bethune's homecoming this past weekend. You know, we took their best shot early on. They came out and played solid football, but it was up to myself, first of all, to get the team settled in. You know, 17-17 at the half. You know, they was playing us close, but we found a way to make adjustments at the half, get those guys to settle down on the road, and came out and was able to separate. Had some guys that really had big games. You know, Herb Mulligan was running the ball well. You know, we ran for, I think, close to 350 yards in that football game. Probably our best rushing outage I've ever had as a coach. And they had some things defensively we knew we could take advantage of in the run game. So that's what we basically wanted to do, go out there and run the ball. Defense, you know, didn't give them nothing in the second half. They had those two or three drives in the first half. But other than that, you know, it was a good game. But glad to be back here this weekend, you know, for our homecoming. We're excited about that. Good Pine Bluff team. They got a receiver and a quarterback that can play well. So we're looking forward to this week.
All right, Coach. I know you talked about on Saturday, you know, getting the first homecoming win as a coach. Has you had time to reflect on any other first this season, or what year two has been like for CC Taylor?
It's been a good run so far. You know, hopefully we can keep this energy going, this streak going we got going. This team is different from last year. More athletic, more size. You know, we got some explosive guys, so we're having fun. We're having fun right now. Anytime you can play well at home, play well on the road. You know, your coaches are coaching their butts off. So, you know, we just got to finish it. We just got to finish it and not take any opponent lightly, you know, regardless of their record or, you know, how their team looks. All we can be concerned about is our team and going out there and playing our best football. But very excited and pleased where I'm at in this second year right now.
Happy Monday.
Hey, what's going on?
We talk a lot obviously about the student athletes on the field, but different coaching staffs this year too than last year.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen from them that's, you know, allowed the team to have the success stemming from the coaching they're getting?
Well, they're feeding off their energy. You know, these guys are very energetic bunch from Coach James, our D-line coach. Everybody see Coach Javancy can't sit still. You know, he's always dancing, moving around. Chris Orr has been great. You know, Coach Quinn being a first-year defensive coordinator, the energy level is just different. And on the offensive side, Coach Gallen, Coach Ramirez, and they're great teachers. And these players, they're like sponges as far as taking the information from them. They do a good job week in, week out, making adjustments in game, keeping me on my toes. You know, but it's definitely the energy level right now that they bring to the table.
And what's it like in the coach's room when you guys are preparing for games and also on the sideline with this group and working with them?
We're having fun. You know, we're having fun. You go in there like this morning, it was a lot of laughing going on. You know, it's fun when you got good guys around you. It makes work easier. You know, these guys really love coming to the facility, getting the job done, and winning always helps. You know, winning always helps. But I told them, you know, when you get into these type of games we have, you know, because we're getting everybody's best shot, you know, you see good coaches when they're able to make adjustments, and that's what they're able to do.
Has there been a moment this season where you particularly noticed, like whether it's in a game or in a week, where they're making an adjustment, it stood out to you as like, you know, I'm really glad this guy's on my staff because, you know, they're doing their job, and you kind of saw that happen in real time?
Well, I could see it throughout the summer, you know, just putting plans together, getting ready for the season. You know, these guys came in here and how quickly they gelled as a group. But, you know, it started the Monroe game. You know, they made some good adjustments in that game. We thought we had a good plan in that game, and, you know, that's why we've been so explosive offensively and defensively.
Coach, it kind of goes without saying with the performance from Herb Mulligan, but specifically over like the last 2 weeks and given everything he's been, you know, overcoming to come back from injury, how special is it to see what he's been doing? It's
a luxury for our football team. You know, each and every time you hand the ball off to Herb, he's getting better. You know, he's been off a extensive period right now, but, you know, he's just getting better. He's getting his legs back under him. He gets stronger. He's developed as a great leader over there on offense too, and you know, he says some meaningful things to the O-line to get them fired up, to this football team as a whole. You know, Friday night he loves to get up and talk to the team, but he's just getting better each and every week. It's good to see him, you know, making these huge strides where we are at this point of the season though. You know, we was on him kind of early on when he first started, you know, getting going with our offense. You know, last year when Herb would break out into the second level, he never would get caught. So we were, kind of ragging him pretty tough. A couple games this year he was getting caught, and you saw this past weekend, like when he was gone, he was gone. That's the Irv we remember. And, just each and every day he's getting better, though.
How much of a leader is Irv, in that running back room?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the elder guys in there. He's the elder guy. He's trying to, and it's a lot of young guys, a lot of freshmen in there, but they listen to him. They listen to him. I think Coach Gallen has done a great job of getting Irv coached up, and now it's translating down to those younger guys. But he's a great leader, not only to that room, though, like I said, it's to this entire football team. He means a lot.
And Coach, it's been, I believe, back-to-back games where you guys haven't allowed a point in the second half. What's kind of been that halftime adjustment, I guess, in both games?
The staff, they doing a great job allowing the athletes on the defense to just go play. That's what football is all about. You can go watch the tape and, come up with a plan with some offenses are going to do, but they come out and give you something different. You got to make a quick adjustment, so you're going to fall behind in a football game like that, or they're going to be in a football game. And that's what I always tell my guys, my staff, we got to make quick adjustments in the second half, not only with each other as far as the staff. We got to get that translated over to the players and let them go play football in the second half, and they've been doing a great job of that.
What's kind of your outlook for this week's matchup?
We're just going to have fun. It's good to be back home. We'll be here the next 2 weeks, but we're excited. I challenge the team. I'm ready to get my first homecoming win as a head coach. We lost last year, so they fried up about that. We know Coach Hampton, he's a good football coach over at Pine Bluff, but it's going to be great. You're talking about it's going to be a big crowd out there this weekend, a lot of people coming home. The excitement probably started as early today. Fans start rolling in town for homecoming. And if you can't get up for homecoming, you won't get up for any other game. So, and I told them yesterday as well, there's nothing like a JSU homecoming. It's going to be bananas out there, everybody, a lot of energy, big crowd. So we got to do our part. Our part is to win the football game, though. We can't get caught up in the festivities and everything that's going on. We got to go out there and take care of the football game.
One more thing about the coaches, by the way. When you're identifying staff, when things change from year to year, what qualities do you remember looking for in the staff, and how have you seen those shine through in the first half of the season?
I like those guys, those up-and-comers. Those are the ones that, the things that we talked about that's going to bring a lot of energy. They feel like they got a point to prove. You still want to get a few seasoned guys in here as well, but those young up-and-comer guys, they're going to bring that energy level, and, the game changes every year. Year to year, the game is just evolving. So I love those young energy guys that's coming in here. They're still trying to climb in their career. We got some guys here, like I said, that's going to be great coaches somewhere else too eventually, and I'm just blessed to have them here while they're here.
Coach, I think you brought Cam in the third quarter, I believe. Was that just to get him some reps just because he hasn't played in a while? Or?
No, Kobe was actually cramping up.
Oh, okay.
He was catching cramps in the game. It was hot down there, and he had done enough. We had seen enough from him anyway. We didn't want to push him through that game. So I always talk about Cam McCoy. He started some games for us. He went out there and threw we asked him to throw a touchdown in the second, third. He throws a dime to Isaiah Spencer. I still believe we got two starters, that can really play the game. He ran the football well. So that was the situation with that.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank y'all. All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
That was needed. How y'all doing?
Good about you, Coach.
Blessed, man.
All right, when everybody's ready, we'll open the floor for questions.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm blessed.
So, this is really random to start off, but you were wearing like red or pink last week, and I saw green too. Is that like part of the communication for players to know where you're standing on the sideline of like what colors you guys are wearing?
Yes, somewhat.
Okay.
So they can out, I stand out with that color on that bright color.
Okay.
They were complaining at first, cause we can't see you. You look like everybody else. So you can do away with the green though. I gave up too many points in the green. You won't see the green no more.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, obviously the past 2 weeks have been pretty good for closing out the games, like we had spoken a lot about earlier in the year. What do you think's changed recently?
Man, I couldn't tell you. We finished the game. Now we're starting off slow. I couldn't tell you. I'm yet trying to figure it out myself. I thought we didn't have no juice Saturday. The Warrens, they on snap 700, 800 in the season right now. And, you playing against a team that won one game and everybody just complacent. And I I can tell you what changed in the second half. I went with all twos, on the back end. They had a different demeanor about themselves because they don't get the opportunity to play a lot, So you was able to see more of the Shamar Hawkins and Anthony Petty and KJ Kizzle and Mike Smith having played all year, BJ Washington. So we just went with the two. They had more juice and we was able to get it done.
Was it anything that Bethune-Cookman like that? He was essentially that backup quarterback that got most of the playing time. Was it anything that specifically that he was doing that was creating some?
Well, it's different. This is our second game where we see a different quarterback than everybody. So, you're getting ready, getting prepared for one guy. You think you got to stop the quarterback run game, and then later on in the week, it's a drop back passer guy that you got to get prepared for. And I thought the kid did a great job of getting adjusted to what this guy was capable of doing. So we got off to a slow start, understanding who this new quarterback is. Can he throw? What throws can he make? Do he want to run? Things of that nature. So it took us a minute to get settled down.
How good does it feel as a defensive coordinator, considering you guys haven't given up a point in back-to-back games in the second half?
I'm stingy, man. I don't want to give up no points.
Okay.
First half, first quarter, second quarter, it don't matter. We always trying to get the best out of the kids. Disappointing is the slow start when you look at the offense and nothing changed from what we done prepared them for. That's the disappointing part. And, that's on us. In the building, we got to be able to give them some juice, make every game FAMU for them. So I got to figure that out.
Is that a mentality that you've been saying ever since this FAMU week, and that make it like FAMU?
It's always been my mentality, man. As a competitor, I don't care if you 0-100. I'm gonna treat you like you're 100-0. So that way, I know I don't scoop down to your level of playing. I'm gonna prepare the same. It ain't gonna go from 13 hours a day this week and then 7 hours a day this week. Like that's not how I operate, So I got to be able to pass it on to my guys as well.
Facing Pine Bluff this week, have you had any time to watch film, and if so, what stands out?
Ooh, man, explosive offense, very explosive. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, can make every throw, very athletic. I'm yet trying to find the first guy back there in the backfield to get him down. Man, got a big-time wide out to lead FCS in yards right now. Top 4 in football, compared to FBS. So got a good wide-out core, some speed guys outside of number 11, good quarterback. So it's going to be a very challenging week for us, but we're looking forward to it.
I was asking Coach Taylor a little bit about, reflecting on the coaching staff this year, because things change. Obviously, he mentioned you as one of the new additions this year. What's it been like for you to be part of this coaching staff and work with the other guys and creating this game plan and finding the success?
Man, it's a blessing. I always took that same approach, regardless if I was a position coach or not. I wanted to know what was going on in the overall picture, who we had to stop. So my mindset never changed. I'm just the one that making the final decision. But I also give them guys a platform to voice their opinion. So it's all coming together as a collective.
What's it been like to, as defensive coordinator this year, to take ownership of the defense and come in with a plan and talk with Coach Taylor about the plan, and also hear what his overall plan is and kind of mesh those two things together?
Man, that's a great football mind, not just offense. So, I think I'm going to say this, it was FAMU game. The best adjustment on defense came from the head man. He said, hey, just bag them up. They haven't thrown a quick game yet. We just bagged them up, and everybody thought we made a big adjustment. Just bag the guys off and say, hey, make them throw the hitch, and they never threw it. So number one adjustment always come from the head man, or what he see come from offense.
What are some of the qualities that you think make a successful staff, and which ones have Jackson State this year embodied?
Oh, man. The connection. That's big. I've been part of the staff where one side is struggling and the other side is mad, and a lot of divide going on. It's defense. I think that's the biggest part. It's not offense, it's not defense. When we struggling, the offense say, we got you. When they struggling, we tell them we got them. And it carried over into the coaching staff. We hang out together, we fellowship together, we love on each other. No selfish spirits in the building. And I think that's the number one thing when everybody is pulling the rope in the right direction. to accomplish the same goal.
And then you're saying that's not always the case.
Oh,
It
no.
is here.
You're 15, trust me. It's me, 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 me.
Anybody else? No. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.